All right, folks, welcome back to the Crisis Report. It is August 7th, 2025. This one is entitled Lebanon on Edge and DC Troops question mark. We're going to cover all that. Hopefully you get to watch the Crisis Report brief. So please do things to help. Okay, they're just hammering all of us, every channel, doing everything they can to basically just make it so the only news you get is MSDNC and faux news. So if you could, it really is help. If you could share it out, tell people about what's going on here, like, subscribe, do all that. Maybe even become a member. Okay, all these things help, but there is a concerted effort to basically just stymie, stifle, stop everything that is not of an official narrative. So, and it's going to get worse. Okay, so you either fight now or they F with you and you never get to fight again because you're in a friggin' panopticon. So that is the way it is. We are brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals, and they are the channel sponsor for this channel and PrepperNow. If you could, and you're interested in a little bit of an exploratory for using an IRA with gold and silver, they're a top-rated company. They're just rated one of the best by CNBC, and they are willing to listen and to tell you about what they do. So that is a link in the description if you would like to check them out and just hear what they have to say. Financially, we are heading in a very terrible way. So, we cover all the wonderful things going on in the world here on the Crisis Report. So we would love to have you back for more. Hit the like button, do the subscribe thing, yada, yada, yada. Tube is going to tube, folks. Borg is going to Borg, and they're going to just keep doing what they do. And that's why all your channels are going away. Okay? Because they're just going to make it an pleasant place for people to come and try to put out there. They want you to watch stupid videos on, crap and video games and other BS. It's just mindless and will do absolutely nothing for you. Okay? So, yeah, Popeyes or KFC, exactly. That's what they want you thinking about. What kind of freaking fake chicken nuggets can I eat tonight? So, all right, friends, let's get started with your crisis report. And, this is on Substack. If you would like to check it out, all the links in the description. Substack's going great. Substack's gaining, and, things keep going here. I'm just going to take it over to Substack. I'll charge $1 a month, and we'll just go from there because, I make like 88 cents a video on this channel now. So not that money matters, but, you put time and effort into things. You want to, make sure that your time, and I'm too old to not just kind of waste time. So we need things to be, I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing it. All the channels, all the crap they're doing, they're just literally destroying the prepping community because they suck. Yada, yada. Here we go. All right. Trump says that his ceasefire deadline for Putin tomorrow is going to be up to him. Very disappointed. Roblox rolls out an open source AI system, Sentinel, to preemptively detect problematic behavior and child predators in chat. Wonderful. Trump plans to undo most Doge cuts to the National Weather Service put in place earlier this year. Trump is going to host Azerbaijani president and Armenian PM at the White House tomorrow for an official peace signing ceremony and sign bilateral agreements to fully unlock potential of the South Caucasus region. Satellite images are showing Israeli forces building up along the Gaza border for a possible ground invasion. Kneecap, an Irish rap trio, vocally opposes censorship. Of course they do, because they're so woke. Decrying cancellations of their concerts over provocative chants like "Up Hamas, Up Hezbollah." Yet they are spearheaded a campaign to ban the Mais Aire Festival in Drumshambo, County Leitrim, branding it as for right, for right, for right. Mayflower Community Hall canceled the event under pressure from the Leitrim and Roscommon Against Fascism, or LARAF, open letter that was backed by Kneecap, Christy Moore, Fontaine's DC, Chris O'Dowd, and other douchebags. Organizer Stephen Kerr, an anti-immigration activist, was hosting a modest 400-ticket festival celebrating Irish and culture and music, and now they have shitheads like Kneecap running the show. Trump administration is now offering a $50 million reward for information leading to the arrest of Nicolas Maduro, president of Venezuela, another oil-rich country targeted. Well, it's because he's a violent piece of crap. U.S. made an offer to Russia that is acceptable. Ushakov. They made an offer that is quite acceptable to us. According to multiple reports, Trump and Putin are going to meet next week in the UAE. Everything sounds great, but don't you worry. Our wonderful friends in Europe are going to do everything they can to stop it because war. Lebanese government approved U.S. plan to disarm Hezbollah. This is likely to plunge Lebanon into a civil war. Hezbollah had already announced that this would not happen. RFK Jr. is officially banning the use of Medicaid or Medicare funds for any hospital that offers gender-affirming care to minors. Shop in New York is now selling ice cream that tastes like breast milk because why not, right? North Korea has introduced the death penalty for supporting Zionism and has officially declared Israel an illegitimate state. Attorney General Ken Paxton launched investigation into a Soros-funded PAC for unlawfully funding runaway Democrats. New images show Manhattan-sized interstellar object that could be alien probe here to destroy us, Harvard scientists asserted, New York Post. Uncrewed boats launch FPV drone strike on key Russian radars located on Crimea's southern tip. Turkey is intended to establish industrial zones within Syria, aiming to revitalize the Syrian economy and stimulate trade. These zones will prioritize small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs, and receive Turkish support. Turkish factories operating in Syria will cater both the local market and international exports. Trump doesn't oppose Netanyahu's plan for full Gaza occupation, according to U.S. officials. Trump does not oppose Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's plan to launch a new military operation to occupy the entire Gaza Strip, U.S. and Israeli officials have stated. Israeli Security Cabinet is expected to approve on Thursday a highly controversial plan to expand the war. According to the sources, Trump has decided not to intervene and let the Israeli government make its own decisions. New operation now to occupy additional areas of central Gaza, including Gaza City, is expected to take at least several months and involve displacing around 1 million Palestinian civilians. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem has revealed that ICE has received 80,000 applicants for the agency's 10,000 new officer positions. Shortage of volunteer firefighters could force more towns to move to paid firehouses, costing taxpayers. Nearly 70% of the fire crews working in departments across the country are volunteers, according to the National Fire Department Registry. Dedicated civil servants serve on the front line, keeping smaller communities safe, but that safety net is shrinking due to a growing shortage of volunteers. European consumers pay on average 158% more than American consumers for electric energy and 345% more for natural gas, despite being a lot poorer. For the monthly electricity bill paid in the EU, 20% of the bill's price is inflated by taxes. EU-funded German think tank in December 2024 analysis presented the only solution available: wait until renewables become cheap something which may or may not happen, and it won't for the foreseeable future. New poll reveals the number of Ukrainians who want to fight Russia until they achieve total victory has fallen an all-time low of 24%. Folks, they're allowing 60-year-olds to go and fight. They're at the end. There's not much they can do. As soon as the news broke of an agreement in principle on an end of the Russo-Ukrainian war, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky wrote on Facebook that the EU should not be left out of future peace talks. Zelensky is trying to derail the peace talks, though through his allies in the EU, who view the Russo-Ukrainian war as their only hope of avoiding a Russian attack on the Baltics. Any involvement of the EU in peace talks between Russia and Ukraine means a collapse of the talks and a continuation of the hostilities. Why? Because Europe is going to Europe. Global oil production is on track for a massive shortfall. That is a recessionary trigger. U.S. President Donald Trump, standing beside a Bureau of Labor Statistics charts in the Oval Office, announces that the BLS has been overstating job numbers under Biden. No, you're kidding. You mean they lied? Well, gosh, you could have saw that coming. Hezbollah supporters demand the overthrow of Lebanese Prime Minister Nawaf Salam's government. When asked if the Muslim Brotherhood should be designated as a terrorist organization, Secretary Hegseth reacted with a, quote, thumbs up. U.S. President Trump has ordered federal law enforcement to begin patrolling Washington, D.C. starting tonight at midnight, triggering all of the nebulous title makers on YouTube, which you will get to click on. You will not be promoted this channel by any stretch of the imagination. We actually use intelligence and facts here, and we can't have that. Yes, the Martial Law Tweet will be promoted on most of the channels now, triggering that and promoted to you for fear and doom. Senior Israeli official says the political secretary. Let's try that again. Senior Israeli official, the political security cabinet, approved the prime minister's proposal to occupy the city of Gaza. Can't speak. Israel and Egypt just inked the biggest gas deal in Israeli history, $35 billion. Israel's Leviathan field will export 130 BCM of natural gas to Egypt through 2040, starting in 2026. India's state-run oil refiners are pausing spot purchases of Russian crude due to increased U.S. pressure and tariffs, awaiting government guidance. Zoran Mamdani, the city deserves a mayor who, when he sees Donald Trump attacking the people of the city, will stand up and fight back against that vision. And that vision is one of communism, and you're going to love, love, love it, New York. South Africa, up to 100,000 job losses expected as new U.S. tariffs hit key exports with duties of up to 30%. Former UK Defence Secretary Ben Wallace says Britain must be invited to peace talks to stop Zelensky from being bullied by Trump and Putin. Translation, we want to be in a war with Russia, and we want things to get destroyed so we can build back better. For clout! U.S. official to The Atlantic, Trump had truly believed that his relationship with Putin would bring about a quick end to the conflict in Ukraine, but instead Putin has taken advantage of Trump's deference to him and openly defied the president and embarrassed him. Or maybe Europe just wants the war to keep going on. Trump, I've chosen Dr. Stephen Maran, current chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors, to serve in the just vacated seat, Federal Reserve Board, until January 31st, 2026. Protests continue in Lebanon against the government's decision to disarm Hezbollah. U.S. has imposed tariffs on 1 kilo and 100-ounce gold bars, a major import from Switzerland. Israeli cabinet has approved 5 conditions to end the war in Gaza: disarm Hamas, return all 50 hostages, only 20 believed to be alive, demilitarize Gaza, ensure Israeli security control over the enclave, and establish a new civilian administration, excluding both Hamas and the Palestinian Authority. Folks, that is your crisis report, to which you will not get a notification. You will not be told. This will not be in the algorithm. Why? Because we do honest and good work here, and we can't have that. We want you slowly numbing and being dumbed down to the point of idiocy. And I look forward to the crap poster commenter who was paid by Democratic sources like George Soros to come in here and say some BS about how we're all wrong and how the far right, far right, far right, far right. I look forward to taking your comment and deleting it and never seeing you again. Friends, yes, we're sassy tonight. We're just kind of sick of all the BS, and it is what it is. We're going to keep going, though, because we know that that's the biggest thing that pisses them off. They want to wear us down and make us stop, and I will never stop. Whether that's on here in YouTube or I go over to Substack, we'll just have to see. But kind of sick of the BS. So this message is brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals, because they don't BS you. They will help you turn your IRA into gold and silver, and they come here because what they said literally was, we think your people are smart. I would agree. That's why you don't want to be seen. That's why this platform will not show us to anywhere, because there's actual intelligent life on this channel, and it's you. So I appreciate you. And the non-intelligent life that'll come out and do some kind of a crappy comment, I look forward to destroying it, banning you from the channel, and never seeing you again. Friends, we have a good one. God bless. I feel better. Now I'm going to go over to PrepperNow, where I will play nice, and we will talk to you then. See you later.